Before we start, today is the 11th of November 2016. Remember Day in Canada, or Veterans Day in the United States. It's important to remember that our freedom is ours only because others fought and died for it. It's easy to forget sometimes. My life is as good as it is only because of our veterans. A salute to them, and thanks for hearing what I had to say. Hello YouTubers, this is the Noobifier, and welcome to a short, no bullshit rundown of the 3 Vanduul ships that have officially been on sale. These ships are currently flight ready or have been sold on concept. It's very important to know that the hit points in Vandal Swarm are totally skewed. This makes the Vanduul ships in co-op seem very weak, but this is obviously done to let new pilots have fun. The real ship stats are quite strong. Seeing a player fly a Vanduul ship in the verse might end up being a very rare occasion. They were mostly sold as part of a limited promotion or were purposefully released expensive to keep the numbers down. Let's begin. The Vanduul Scythe. This was sold as an actual captured ship that you can own. It went on sale on the original Kickstarter before I became a Star Citizen. It was available for a pledge of $300 and it came with LTI even though it's an alien ship. They only sold 300 of them. The only way to get one now is to be fleeced by the grey market. Please don't do that. And or as part of the $15,000 completionist package. Don't do that either. The Scythe is an enemy single-seat light fighter. It's an asymmetrical ship and the backbone of the Vanduul fleet. It has 6,000 hit points, which places it at around the same territory as the base Hornet. It has a size 5 plasma, a size 5 neutron, a pair of size 1s, and a scattering of missiles. Overall, a very good loadout for such a small ship. By the way, none of the weapons are gimbaled. A very cool feature of this ship is it has a melee weapon. A giant sword that retracts and extends from the wings that does some very significant damage on head-on hits. The game is in alpha and we're about to get a balance pass, so it's totally reckless to talk about maneuvering in detail. But I did find it to be very nimble compared to other ships. Another very cool feature of these ships is that the HUD starts out alien. They're modeled to look like they're being hacked to be human readable. As the ship takes damage, you're going to see the original HUD start to win the battle against the hack. It's a really nice touch. The Vanduul Glaive. This one is actually sold as a reproduction by a company called Asperia. This ship was sold in a very cool way at the end of CitizenCon 2015. For a limited number, if you were able to clear 18 waves of Vanduul Swarm, then you would be able to buy one first come first serve until 1,000 were sold. And once again, the only way to get one now is to be fleeced on the grey market. So the Glaive is basically a scale reproduction of an enemy single-seat medium fighter. It's very easy to identify because it's symmetrical. Larger, more hit points, and better weapons. It has 6,700 hit points, which places it slightly higher than the Sabre. The info on the website's a bit sketchy, but in-game it has a pair of size 5 heavy plasma guns and a pair of size 1 lasers. 2 wings means 2 large retractable swords and more missiles. I really enjoy flying the Glaive. It's such a great looking ship and you feel like a total badass flying it around. It's often available during free flies. And last but not least, the Vandal Blade. This one was sold on concept last year and is also a reproduction from the company called Asperia. Unlike the other two, I would expect this one to go back on sale as they release it to hangar. The Blade is the next generation of small fighter for the Vanduul. The Blade is a small reproduction of an enemy single-seat light fighter. It's very easy to identify because it has very short fixed wings. And I can't tell you about the hit points because the ship is not in game engine yet. I'm expecting it to be on par with the starter ship like the Avenger. This little ship comes with a pair of gimbaled size 1 and a fixed size 2, plus 4 missile pylons. Just so that you're not shocked, this thing was sold for $250, which is stupid expensive for something that might be compared to a starter ship. That was totally done to keep it very rare, so when you see one in the verse, it's going to be like a unicorn. So there you have the no bullshit rundown of the 3 Vanduul ships from Star Citizen. I'm personally excited to see what the Prowler concept looks like when it's ready. Stay tuned for more, hopefully some information about 2.6 or the anniversary sale. My goal is to grow this channel and I can't do that without the help of citizens like you. Stay safe and I'll see you in the verse.